So first opening conversation since the last podcast, the first big game, if you want to call it that, really it's the first game of 2022 has released. The new one is from Ubisoft and it's called Rainbow Six Extraction. If you're unfamiliar with it, a few years ago, Ubisoft held an event inside of Rainbow Six Siege called Quarantine, where basically some zombies attacked. It was a PvE mode you could play with some friends. It was okay. It got a really strong response, a positive response. And Ubisoft being Ubisoft, they said, you know, we see how much you guys love this game mode. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take that game mode that was included in the original Rainbow Six Siege for free as an event, and we're going to charge people $40 as a standalone game. Now, it is available on Game Pass. You do not have to buy it. So if you own the Game Pass, you can get it on PC and Xbox for free or $10 a month, you know. But yeah, it's a new cooperative, strategical cooperative. It's not zombies anymore. They changed it to aliens. Alien shooter where you have to extract objectives, survive with teammates, reward you with like upgrades and stuff like that. Full-blown title for $40. How we feeling about this, JG?
I'm going to say this, and I'm sure Ethos is going to attest to this. If this wasn't on Game Pass, though, I don't know, man. I don't think that too many people will be playing this game. First of all, I was under the impression that this was just going to be like an expansion of Rainbow Six itself, but it's not. It's its own standalone game, and it's $40. From what I played, I don't think that it's worth the $40. So for all the people that have it on Game Pass, like this is you know the reason why you will be playing this or even you know trying it out, because I wasn't even going to try it out. Like I've seen it, I knew it was on the horizon, but I wasn't initially interested. But you know Ubisoft always you know gives us codes to play their game, so I was like, okay, you know what, let's try it out. So when me and Ethos and DX, shout out to DX, then we played on I think we actually played release day, the official release day, or the day before release, and it had its moments. I wasn't initially like sure what we were supposed to do or like you know what the actual objectives are. It's kind of like a roguelike. It's like a first person roguelike in a sense. Like you go into you know whatever city, like you start off in New York and you have like 3 different levels, so you like do those and then you constantly just keep going back to you know get higher points so that you can level up your operators and ultimately you know get better gear and stuff for your operators, and then ultimately like so that you can unlock the other levels. Like there are sub objectives that you also have to do in order to unlock these other levels. So I thought that was you know an interesting concept. And then the objective, like the main objective they have to do are like procedurally generated, so like they're not the same every time that you go in there. Like one time we were playing on a harder difficulty and we actually had like a boss encounter that we had to do at the very last you know portion. So I thought that you know some of those concepts were interesting, but I just think overall, like I'm just not interested in this game. I don't think that this game has enough from what I played that's going to keep me into it. Like I just felt like besides when we were playing on the harder difficulties, it was still like overall like you know a pretty easy game. Like it would just go through you know do an objective and then you decide whether you want to extract or keep going. But unless you're playing on the harder difficulties, like I didn't really see the full challenge of playing this game. And then for me personally, I don't like you know the roguelike concept. I know the Ethos when it comes to certain games, like he enjoys that concept, but I really don't. Like I don't enjoy this roguelike aspect. I don't want to just keep going in and playing the same levels over and over and over. So for me, like I just don't think that it's worth it. And then for $40 on top of that, for even people that you know are Rainbow Six fans or you know just were interested in the game, I don't think it's worth $40. So if you got the Game Pass, you know I will try it out because there's nothing else to play right now until February. February is going to be absolutely insane, but you know this is just to hold you over. I don't think that it was worth it, but you know I do like the cosmetics that they have in there. They actually have better cosmetics than actual Rainbow Six. They have like the majority of operators in there, and you know some of the levels were kind of cool that we played, but I was just like I was extremely bored. Besides like the little moments in me, Ethos and DX played.
Yeah, this is the type of game and the reason why I originally was like slandering the Game Pass, because this is a quintessential, oh, try it if you got Game Pass. This is not worth the full asking price that they add. Like it's one of those games, when I had been playing it like a couple weeks before it even had came out, because we got early codes of G4, and originally I wanted to score it a 2 out of 5, but I'm glad I kept playing it, and the more I started to understand it, but I refused to give it, we ended up giving it a 3. I refused to give it anything higher than a 3 for the simple fact that it got a 3 because mechanically it works. But outside of that, like it's the same shit. The way the characters move, the operators, they didn't even like. They could at least change the operators, give them some new special tools to handle the aliens or something like that. Like just add some type of dynamicism to it. But it wasn't there. And then like there's certain mechanics from Rainbow Six Siege. Well, all the mechanics they're in this game, but it's like it doesn't work as well in my opinion. Where like like the reinforcements on the wall, right? So like you still get 2 reinforcements. I feel like you should have got more. I feel like each operator should have probably got at least like 5, but you still get 2. And then if you're playing with a full team of 3, that's 6. That's 6. What's the name? Reinforcements. The problem is the aliens are spawning from all over the fucking place. So if you put the reinforcements on the wall, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna get hit from some angle because it seems like the way they design the maps, there's more breakable walls from at least from what I remember compared to like Rainbow Six. So like it just like I understand they were trying to go for like more of a strategic feel, but it didn't really feel strategic to me. It felt like as long as you got a good shot and you take out the nest, you'll be fine. Then you extract the actual objective or whatever the fuck it is. But like it was like I wouldn't say it's a bad game. It was just like why does this exist? I think this would have been much more appreciated if they just put this in as a game mode inside of Rainbow Six Siege, maybe charge like $10 for people who really want to play it or make it free. But there's no reason why this game should exist for $40. It's lazy, and it's one of the reasons why I think Ubisoft has been getting clowned. They just keep it's an excuse to reuse assets. But I'm done ranting about it. What you think, Ethos?
I agree. I think it's solid. Just a solid game. I don't think I really had like any like positive or real negative opinions to it either way. I did see some of the tactical aspect of it where I think it could get interesting on like really like harder difficulty stuff. The like bossing that me and JG ran into that one time, that was actually pretty cool. But like if this is something I feel like I'm gonna like put like a ton of time into, probably not. Like I'll probably play like 2 to 3 more times, get a little bit further, and then I'll probably not play it again. I think it has some good ideas. I think it's executed like what you said, like just decently. Like it's competent. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just a competent game where it's if you just don't got anything to play, I say give it a shot. And like you said, it's on Game Pass, so you really don't have much to lose. But yeah, I would find it very difficult to like try to justify or tell somebody like, hey, like if you're on PlayStation or whatever it is, or you don't have Game Pass, like yeah, you should shell out $40 for this. I do agree. Like if it had been like a $20 expansion for Siege or something like that, and it just been added on to Siege's game mode, like as a separate like PvE single player type of experience, I think it would have been received a lot better. Because it has a lot of content inside of it. It's just I just don't think it's as engaging and as thrilling as like Rainbow Six Siege is from like a PvP perspective. So
yeah, I think it lacks the thrill because it's AI driven, and Ubisoft is notorious for shitty AI. The aliens all run in a similar manner for the most part, so it's like you kind of know what you're getting as long as you're. I will say it's interesting to hear. It's interesting to hear that y'all said that like it was easy for y'all, because when I was playing it was hard, but I think I realized there's some. Now that I'm on the other side, there's a little truth to the gaming journalism thing, because like the people I was playing with, it's funny they refer to me as like the shooter guy, because I don't even feel like I'm the strongest shooter amongst GI. I feel like I'm just kind of competent in the middle, but like amongst gaming journalists, I'm like an elite player. Like it was a lot of times I was carrying, so it felt like it was hard compared to maybe if I would have played with y'all. Maybe I would have had a little bit more fun, but even still, I still couldn't see myself scoring it higher than a 3 for the simple fact it's just competent. It doesn't do anything innovative. There's a story there, but like it's like I didn't care. Like it was just some dialogue while you're walking into a mission. There was one cutscene at the beginning. It just is Ubisoft. It felt like Ubisoft was like, we need to get something out this quarter because we got bills to pay, so let's reuse these Siege assets because people love buying skins in Siege. But if you ain't got Game Pass, I'm not recommending this game. Doesn't mean it sucks, but
it's a Game Pass game.
I love that that's becoming a term now. It's a Game Pass game. Like
you got